March 1918, a massive U.S. Navy ship disappeared. Not a small vessel, not a fishing boat, a giant steel cargo ship, over 500 feet long, carrying more than 300 people. Then it vanished. No distress signal, no wreckage, no survivors, nothing. More than a century later, nobody knows what happened. This is the mystery of the USS Cyclops, one of the greatest disappearances in naval history, and perhaps the strangest, because an entire ship simply ceased to exist. The USS Cyclops was enormous, a Navy collier. Its purpose was simple: transport coal and supplies. During World War I, ships like the Cyclops were essential. Without fuel, navies could not fight. The vessel displaced nearly 20,000 tons. At the time, it was one of the largest ships in the U.S. Navy. Its crew numbered around 300. Sailors, Marines, passengers. Everyone on board would disappear. The ship had already completed several missions. Nothing about it seemed unusual. Then came early 1918. The Cyclops loaded cargo in Brazil. Not coal this time. Manganese ore, a dense mineral used in steel production. Thousands of tons of it. The ship then departed. Its destination was Baltimore. But first, or it stopped in Barbados. Everything appeared routine. The captain sent messages, the crew went ashore, supplies were loaded, then the Cyclops departed once again. On March 4th, 1918. That was the last time anyone saw it. The ship never arrived. At first, no one panicked. Radio communication during the era was limited. Delays happened. Ships encountered bad weather. But days passed. Then weeks. Still nothing. The Navy became concerned, then alarmed. The Cyclops had disappeared. Completely. Searches began immediately. Other ships looked for survivors. Ports checked their records. Nothing. No lifeboats. No debris. No oil slick. No wreckage. Nothing. It was as if the ship had vanished into thin air. The disappearance shocked the nation. 306 people were missing. It became the largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. naval history, and no one had any answers. Theories emerged immediately. The first involved enemy action. World War I was still raging. German submarines operated in the Atlantic. Perhaps the Cyclops had been torpedoed. The theory sounded reasonable, until investigators checked German records. No submarine claimed responsibility. No German commander reported sinking the ship. No evidence of attack existed. The theory collapsed. Then came another possibility: a storm. The Atlantic can be brutal. Powerful waves, violent winds, deadly seas. Perhaps the Cyclops encountered severe weather, but weather records showed no major storms along its route. At least, none capable of easily destroying such a large vessel. The mystery deepened. Then investigators looked at the ship itself and discovered problems. Serious problems. The Cyclops reportedly had engine issues. One engine may have been inoperable. Its speed was reduced. There were also concerns about overloading. Manganese ore is incredibly dense, much denser than coal. If loaded improperly, the cargo could shift, and a shifting cargo can be catastrophic. A sudden imbalance, a dangerous list, a capsized vessel. This theory remains one of the most accepted, yet it has one major weakness. A ship in distress usually leaves evidence. Floating debris, lifeboats, wreckage. The Cyclops left nothing. Then came another theory: structural failure. Some investigators believe the ship's design had weaknesses. Perhaps the enormous weight of the manganese ore stressed its hull. Perhaps rough seas caused a catastrophic break. The ship could have sunk rapidly, too quickly for distress calls. This theory seemed plausible. Then something strange happened. The Cyclops had two sister ships, the USS Proteus and the USS Nereus. Years later, both disappeared. Both vanished without a trace. Both were carrying heavy ore cargoes. Both disappeared in the Atlantic. No survivors, no wreckage, nothing. The similarities were unsettling. Three nearly identical ships. Three mysterious disappearances. The structural failure theory suddenly seemed stronger, yet the mystery remained, because even catastrophic sinkings usually leave evidence. Then came the Bermuda Triangle. The Cyclops had sailed through a region that would later become legendary. a region associated with disappearances, ships, aircraft, missing vessels, strange phenomena. The USS Cyclops became one of the Triangle's most famous cases. Books sensationalized the story. Television documentaries followed. Theories exploded. Alien abduction, time warps, magnetic anomalies, sea monsters, even supernatural forces. No evidence supported any of them. Yet the mystery endured, because people struggled to accept complete disappearances. Then came another possibility: sabotage. The captain himself became controversial. Commander George Worley, born in Germany. Some crew members reportedly disliked him. Others considered him strange. Some rumors suggested pro-German sympathies. Could sabotage have occurred? Could there have been mutiny? Again, no evidence. No witnesses. No survivors. Nothing. The ocean offered no answers. Over the decades, researchers searched for the wreck. Technology improved, sonar advanced, deep-sea exploration expanded. Still, no confirmed wreckage has ever been found. The Atlantic is vast, enormous, and incredibly deep. Perhaps the Cyclops rests somewhere below, undiscovered, waiting, or perhaps it was destroyed so completely that little remained. The uncertainty keeps the mystery alive, because every explanation leaves questions. A storm seems insufficient. Enemy action lacks evidence. Sabotage remains speculation. Structural failure is plausible. Yet the complete absence of debris remains troubling. And that single detail transformed a tragedy into a legend. More than 100 years have passed. Empires have fallen. Wars have ended. Technology has transformed the world. Yet the fate of the USS Cyclops remains unknown. A giant steel ship departed Barbados. 306 people were on board. The vessel should have reached Baltimore. It never did. No distress signal, no final message, no wreckage, no graves, only an empty stretch of ocean, and one haunting question. What really happened to the USS Cyclops? The Navy ship that disappeared without a trace?